Well, tonight, we continue our three-part investigative series, putting a spotlight on special education. Tonight, a mother now on a mission to hold a school district accountable after she says her daughter with special needs was sexually assaulted at school. It allegedly happened at Pioneer High School in Woodland.
Your reporter covering Yolo County, Ashley Sharp, has the final story in her three-part investigative series looking into a host of allegations against Woodland Joint Unified School District. And Ashley, this has been super eye-opening.
Yeah, and in parts 1 and 2 of this series, we first introduced you to teachers, an advocate, and a parent, all alleging that the district is not doing enough to help its special ed students and staff thrive. Tonight, another district mother sits down with me, and early next year, her civil lawsuit against Woodland Joint Unified goes to trial. It comes after she says another student sexually assaulted her daughter, and as the lawsuit alleges, left her with lifelong trauma.
This was preventable, which is, I think, the biggest tragedy here.
A Woodland mother is taking her fight against the Woodland Joint Unified School District to Yolo County Court.
The crux of this lawsuit is that the district should have and could have protected your child, and they didn't.
Yes, that's correct.
She asked CBS Sacramento not broadcast her name or show her face in this interview to protect her daughter's identity. She'd been in district special education since kindergarten, diagnosed with intellectual disabilities. As court documents outline, in July 2023, she was enrolled at a summer program here at Pioneer High School when the unthinkable happened.
I received a phone call that police were on their way.
As the lawsuit alleges, her daughter was sexually assaulted at school after being followed to the restroom by a fellow classmate, a result of inadequate supervision.
There was sexual intercourse for her in a bathroom, in a school special ed bathroom, and she did verbalize that she had said no.
That's why the police were called.
Yes.
Further, the lawsuit claims the district was already aware of the student perpetrator's dangerous sexual propensities, who had been filmed kissing the plaintiff. And despite specific steps being taken to separate the students during the school year and additional supervision, that in the summer program, staff failed to take any preventative or safety measures, even putting the two in the same class. This mother says she was made aware of the kissing incident, but not that there were further unwanted advances, and that it was serious enough for school staff to have a plan in place to keep the students separated. She says she didn't find that out until after she filed the lawsuit.
How does that make you feel as a parent?
Slighted. I'm putting my child on a bus to go somewhere, and I believe they're going to be safe and well cared for, and that just wasn't the case.
After the alleged assault, a police report was filed and her daughter was sent to the hospital. The lawsuit alleges the student perpetrator admitted to police sexual acts with the same victim on at least 2 prior occasions at Pioneer High.
A lot changed. She regressed. She regressed back to toddler-like stages in a variety of ways. Emotional outbursts, trouble sleeping. Physically and medically, there's been additional diagnoses that have happened. Every day is something of a struggle for her.
She's scared even to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
She eventually had to be admitted to a 24/7 residential treatment facility, in part due to what the lawsuit describes as horrific self-harm. She's now at a new school outside of Woodland on a path to healing with a lot of support.
The impact that this has had to her and will probably continue to have through the remainder of her life is, I just don't even have words.
Hoping in these lawsuit pages to expose allegations the district negligently failed to keep her child safe.
There should have been more supervision for my special needs daughter.
Pushing for accountability and action. Now, when we asked the district to address the allegations in this lawsuit, a spokesperson responded that they don't comment on existing litigation. But I went to Yolo County Superior Court and got the district's response submitted to the court. Attorneys for Woodland Joint Unified issued a blanket denial of all the claims. This suit is set for trial in February of next year. Now, if you missed the first two parts of this series with interviews from another parent, teachers, and advocates calling for change within Woodland Joint Unified and special education programs nationwide, you can watch those right now on our website, cbs13.com, if you want to play catch up, kind of see what we've been reporting throughout the week.
Yeah, and I would say that it would definitely be something any parent would want to see, because you want all kids protected.
You and I talked about that, that this was something that, can kind of educate other parents, or maybe you'll have a child one day with special needs. There are certain things that you can learn, to look for, to advocate for, and, other parents have texted and emailed after seeing these stories and said it was pretty eye-opening. So, I'm glad that we can kind of bring some of that to light.
And this is such a good example of taking a story and following where it's going, not just doing a minute piece or a minute 30, because it needs time to investigate. And we're glad that you got that time to do it. And again, our website, you'll be able to catch up on the rest.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Ashley, thank you.